Okay, so let's begin this group discussion. Hello and good afternoon. A very warm welcome to all the participants to another exciting episode of Entab CampusCare EdTalks Student Edition, an exclusive platform where students get to showcase their viewpoints and acumens on various intellectual topics with us. But before we start with today's episode, let me first briefly introduce you all to Entab. With an experience of 21 years, Entab has been associated with over 1,500 schools spread across India, evolving them to become new age digital campuses by providing them mature and futuristic ERP, CRM, and mobile apps. And also, we are happy to announce that we have completed a family of 100K subscribers. We are very grateful for all your support and love. So keep supporting Entab and we make sure we keep delivering the same. Thank you so much. Okay, so colorism is a very specific form of discrimination based on the shade or tone of one's skin. People may be discriminated against because of their perceived membership in a particular ethno-racial group, because the shade of their skin, or both. So in the panel, we'll discuss about the same, and we have the students from Jaipur who would be sharing their views on this topic. But before moving on, it's time to introduce you all with our lovely participants. So, one by one, kids, please introduce yourself. And our first participant we have is Ankita.
Hello everyone, myself Ankita Khangarut from class 10. I am here from the school St. Anselm English Medium School from Fulera, Jaipur. And our topic is skin color does not justify your character. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankita. Next up we have is Himanshi.
Hello everybody, good morning. My name is Himanshi Wadhwani from India International School. I'm a grade 11 student and I'm very prominent about today's topic and very grateful to Entab for giving us such a beautiful opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Himanshi. Next up we have is Geet.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Geet Kamar Rajawat from 11th standard and I am from Sophia School, Lalapura, Jaipur. Thank you.
Thank you, Geet. Next up we have is Payal.
Hello everyone, it's Payal Chaudhary from 11th standard of St. Teresa Senior Secondary School, Nevaru Road, Chotwara, Jaipur. Thank you.
Thank you, Payal. Next up we have is Komal.
Good afternoon, Miss, and all my dear friends. I'm Komal Yadav, student of class 11th from the school Rahul Ma Shikshan Sansthan, Senior Secondary School, Sanganer, Jaipur.
Thanks, Komal. Next up we have is Pooja.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Pooja from class 9 from Always Children's School, Jaipur. I'm very thankful to be a part of this group discussion.
Thanks, Pooja. Thanks a lot. Next up, the last but not the least, we have Tamanna.
Hello everyone, my name is Tamanna Kaushik. I'm a student of grade 11 from Shanti Asharik School, Jaipur, and I'm obliged to have an opportunity to speak about that skin tone doesn't justify your character.
Thank you, Tamanna. Thank you so much. Okay, so kids, we'll move ahead, and the first thing which our audience would love to know from you is like, how does racism affect one's mental health? And we would love to hear the viewpoints of Ankita on this.
So, first of all, I want to talk about racism. So, what does it mean? It means it is an indication against an individual base. So, how does it affect? It mainly makes the children feel shame as by lacking of opportunity in the society. It makes people very hopelessness and make isolated as they having a lack of opportunity in employment and social interactions. So darker skin tone people have a fear to talk in the society as they are very thinking that if I will say something, how the people will react to me. So they are very starting making assumption of self doubt, a belief that they will not have to overcome the situation or will be lacking of this. So for making a clear vision, I want to take an example. A girl belonging to a race where people are not that much fair, and that is needed for air hostess. So a girl wanted to be our one dream of the girl is to be an air hostess. Now what do we think that the girl will thinking be isolated from the family and thinking to be a self doubt that she will be or she will be not. So this is the high time as we, the society as a whole, should abolish this discrimination based on the racial color discrimination and which hinders the people what they aims to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankita. Thank you so much. Next, we would love to hear Himanshi. Himanshi, please share your viewpoints on the same.
Yes, ma'am. So I believe I completely agree with Ankita. My perspective is likewise the same, but a little different. I believe that, racism creates an ideology of inferiority. Human being dominant towards other human beings. And that creates a negative attitude. And that is the reason that, some white people give less opportunities to black people for that reason. And for that matter, they are categorized in the lower income category. Now, we have to agree with the fact that even in India or even out of the world or even in any place, a person with a low income has already so much of stress, mental issues such as depression, anxiety, that exaggerates the whole issue. And that is just because X person does not like Y person, that creates social economical problems, which means that the amount of inferiority and dominance that white people show is just so extra and so exaggerated that we just come to an extent that we start questioning, self-doubting ourselves, and we start thinking, okay, that thousands of people are blaming me, so that is that I might be wrong for some reason. So that is when you start self-doubting, you start questioning for some reason, God, why have you made me this way that I am? And certain novels such as The Bluest Eyes have mentioned, some glimpses by Toni Morrison. There was a girl called Piccola, and she starts questioning that, God, I'd rather die than have a black color. Can you imagine the audacity of small children saying that? So that is what creates mental issues, and that is the hierarchy going on from various places, that a mother has a problem, then her child has a problem. So all of these connecting dots create a lot of problems. That is what I would like to say. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you so much. Next up we have is Geet. Geet, please share viewpoints on the same.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would say that if someone has been discriminated on the basis of their race or the color, then obviously that person will, on the each level of the life, whether it's a social, economical, or a very political level, he will be discriminated, and because of that, he will have some sort of anger in himself and the inferiority complex and some mental illness, that why the people are not choosing that person and why the another person, and because of that he might have the mental issues and the depression that we say, and because of those depression we can have, that person can have the high blood pressures problems and the heart attack problems that we have seen. We can take the example of the USA, that has been just now the campaign has been launched over there. And the police has brutally treated those people and killing those people, and because of that the people who are belonging to that the black citizens, the so-called black citizens, they are committing suicide because of that. So I would say that it's making them feel uh, very bad and guilty in themselves, that why they are black, and because of that only I have a different opinion in this, that the white citizens also, because of the same reason, they are also unable to develop up their skills, because the white citizens are getting the job opportunities without any competition, just because of their complex, their color, and because of that they are unable to develop up their skills. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Keith. Thank you so much. Next, Payal. So, Payal, according to you, why is it that people they love black color, but victimizes humans on racial color? So, what is your take on this?
So actually, actually what happens is when it comes to our own choices, we do love black color, but when it comes to people, we think ourselves as the superior. And the main reason is that there are many things like the promotion of the fair skin color, that moisturizers, creams, we see everywhere. And when we are small, always our parents tend us to be like, you need to be the fair color one. Yeah, the black one are always treated as the bad. Even if it comes to school, a person with a fair skin has fair friends. But when he has a person with a dark color, everyone is like, he's your friend. Are you serious about it? It's always our mentality. It is just that no one teaches us this thing that black and white, there is no biological extension of it. See, it's we the one who are making it. For this, we need to be properly educated that there is no difference between black and the white. It's exactly the same. God has created us, it's just the same. The difference is that it's just of the environment. See, the people living in America are all white. If it comes to Africans, they are not in white in color. So the difference is the difference of the environment. It's not we or they the one who chooses our color. Even if they wanted to be white, because of us, we the people who are treating them so badly. That's the reason people love black people, but people don't love black people. Thank you.
Right, absolutely right. And if we talk about the Indians, like we Indians, those who have like fair skin, and those on the other hand, they have dusky or dark skin. Like I don't know what's wrong. They use a word kali or kala for that. That's wrong. Obviously, like that. Obviously, the people who are having dark skin tone, they also look beautiful, right? Okay. Next, we would love to hear is Komal.
In this aspect, I want to say that it is just human psychology that we are loving black color but victimizing others on the basis of skin color. And one more thing is that we are promoting fair skin tone with the help of all these products, as my fellow classmates have told you, and no other reason can be stated for this, I think so. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Komal. Next, we would love to hear is Pooja. Yes.
According to Indians and mostly people, black is a very rare color, and mostly people used to wear blacks as they think that it shows the power. It is a symbol of power, the black color. So mostly people used to wear black suits during the business of during some business or some during their jobs also, because they think that it is very passionating, and they show their sincerity. So black color is even suitable with every color and mostly with the combination of white. But when it comes, when we see about people, mostly white skin tone people want to share things, or do not want to just do not want to sit next to the black skin tone people. So according to me, if people love black color combination with the white color, so what is the problem of black peoples and white peoples living together?
Okay, thank
And I
you.
would like to join something with this.
Who is this?
Tamanna.
Himanshi.
Yeah, Tamanna, go ahead.
Man, people love black color as an individual choice because black color, as someone of them said, is a symbol of power and prestige. And also, people wear black color because it makes them look stylish and glamorous. The people loving black color is just a personal choice. But when it comes to racism, it's a cultural phenomena. It is not come from the heart of a person. It is taught by generation to generation. In the words of Nelson Mandela, love comes from inside. What needs to be taught is hatred. Hatred needs to be taught to people, and racism is something which is taught to us by generation. There can be many reasons for racism, which can be poor mental health, hatred, personal insecurity, projection of flaws, and many more. But it cannot be black colors makes a person look good and self-confident. But racism is something when you put down just to come yourself up or to just maintain your superiority forever. So it is not at all related to each other. Thank you.
Can I add on something?
Yes, go ahead.
So the question that you addressed was that why do people actually love black color but not humans? Is because two things. Colors don't have competition, but humans do have competition because we are the most extensive species all around the world. Which also means that our level of competition in terms of humans don't need topics to discuss, and for that matter, they do not speak about minor things such as color, and the brands such as Dior has all their the theme is black because it makes them feel elegant. But in terms of humans, the thing is that the competition as well as rises. For example, even if a black person is very capable of doing something, he will be dominant. He will be dominated by some people, and he will be felt inferior, so that his mental health affects, and then he goes down. That means the competition level is the way dominant, the way manipulation is being done. That is very different. Which means that humans don't need topics and competition. So both of them maintaining together. That is why humans, such as black people, or for that matter, white people, are discriminated as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Ma'am,
much.
if you allow, I also want to add something.
Okay, may I know who's this?
I'm Geet.
Geet, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I would give the reason behind this that yes, on this point that I agree that we all love the black attires, outfits, things, but we don't like the skin color of the black citizens, the black people. The reason behind this is the prejudice that has been created in the by the time in the when the imperialism and the colonization was there in the 18th century by the Europeans. They considered the black citizens as the uncultured and the uncivilized citizens. In the 17th and the 18th century, the European people have considered themselves as a superior one, and to prove this and to prove their colonial rule, they have made it clear and fit in the minds of the citizens that the people who are with the white skin are the very developed and the educated members, while the people who are with the black skins are not civilized and are very uncultured. So we should be stay away from them.
Okay.
And the coincidence have just taken place that the industrial revolution has been taken place over that time, and the technological and the economical aspect has been there in the European at that time because of the technological advancement. So the Europeans have attached themselves with the development and create this stereotype and prejudice in the other's mind.
All right. Thank you, Geet. Anyone else who wants to say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ankita, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So here I want to say that black color signifies power, strength, formality, elegance, and sophistication. Basically, black color is more captivated to the people rather than the bright color and natural color. And these are the people who does the discrimination with the black people. They judges the black people whatever they wear and judges them, suggests them to wear not to wear the black blue color because they will not suit them. They will look like you are the similar to them. You are not identified by your color. So it is not just that, and the people like they are not getting opportunity also. White people get the privileges, and the black people, dark skin tone, are humiliated, and they're basically not giving the proper opportunities. So here I want to conclude that black is liked by the people, but at the same time, black people are judged by the stereotypes of the society. The stereotype because from our generation to generation, the stereotypes like black are this, that. So I want to conclude this only. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankita. Thank you so much. Next question I would love to pose for, like, I want to hear the views of each one of you on this. Okay, so the question is like, is technology and social media helping in removing the pigeonhole from the society, and how? And we can start with Himanshi.
Yes, ma'am. So firstly, I feel that technology and social media gives people like us a platform to speak, and probability of people agreeing from all over the world is pretty high. For example, in India, for example, people might not agree with the fact that racism happens, but social media has allowed us to be internationally, presence over here, so that you can just talk to people about what you actually feel, and most of the time they're agreeing with you on the fact. If you see, just because our generation had empowered all of this, Donald Trump, because of the racism that he put on Twitter, He was objection at point of time. He was banned from Twitter as well, and then he was removed as the president as well. And people like Kamala Harris came up and said, okay, now we will do something for the same issue. So our generation has the capability of doing stuff, and technology is supporting us and giving us a push for the same. This platform is very beautiful and helping us grow. And one of the advantages is that you are getting things from different perspective. You get to know things. Okay, this might be right. Okay, this might also be right. So two rights combine and make some strong force that will push down those people who are speaking, for racism, like racism is correct. And that is why different perspective, different ideologies get together and do a blast when they speak up. That's what I do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next, we would love to hear is Geet.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a little different opinion from Manchi that I think that both the things can occur. If we see on the positive aspect, the technology and social media are providing a very huge platform for the people who are suffering from this, and it also enhancing the people their vocal aspect, that they can speak on their social media, and this will go viral, and all these things that the people will be experiencing and will come to know about their problems, and the media, the government are also forced to act on these problems, and the people they are also making people aware about the society, what is going in the society, and what should be the solutions for this. So I think in many other ways, like technology and social media is not there in the one hand of the community. It is there in the hands of all the members of the society. So I think it is a equal opportunity for all the black citizens to cope up and enjoy that opportunity and do all the things that they were unable to do before. While on the other hand, if we see, then it is also a very huge advantage for the people who are in favor of racism, because they can spread the hatred, their racial discrimination, their thoughts, and that can make the racism more polarized in the society. Thank you.
Okay, fine. And if we're talking about social media, so we do have social media influencers who speak about racism, who speak about their stories. So we have a lot of people who can inspire, who can motivate the people not to practice racism. Okay. So next after Geet, we would love to hear is Spire.
Okay, so I just think that social media do help, but we always know the fact that a coin has two faces. So where it helps the people to share their experiences and share their what actually has happened with them. But somewhat at that time, the black people who are already there on the Instagram, Facebook, do faces a lot of trolling over there because of their color. See, what is happening is Instagram, social media, all other platforms makes us more open-minded towards the problem, but somewhat do faces many problems still there. So we can say this thing, it is just a tool to reduce this thing, to reduce the racism, but we cannot say it is the ultimate end or it brings to it to an ultimate end. So it's just a tool. So also there was many movements, like one of the hashtag was there that was brought was hashtag Blackout Tuesday movement. So it was brought and it started from Facebook and to Instagram and to Twitter, and also from this, from brands to influencers, from celebrity to organization. Many protests were made, many people were there who supported this. But did it came to an end? We know the fact racism is still going on. Technology is helping us, but still the thing is that we need to educate the people. We need to make sure that no one is interrupting anyone's personal life. Why we need to make all this? Thank you.
Thank you, Payal. Thank you so much. Next, we would love to hear is Komal.
It is true that technology and social medias have negative side, but it is also true that social media platforms are helping in this aspect, as it is removing racism from our society. As you have heard some days ago that the great footballer Cristiano Ronaldo has refused to coke, and it got viral on a social media platform that the market of coke fell down in the few days. In the similar way, people are raising their voice against this racism and all these stuff that are going on in society. And through social media, we can also get favor in this. Thank you.
Thank you, Komal. Next, we would love to hear is Pooja.
So,
Yes.
according to the use of technology in this case mostly refers to social media and other information platforms that are helping people to become more and more open-minded. So, the earlier agencies like the United Nations were the were the only source of spreading social harmony among people. But now, by the development of more and more common platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, more and more common people have been able to to uh, to share their counterparts with message of reducing racism. Now people have started to speak up about their personal experiences and how racism can affect a person's mental health by dramatically. Lots of supporters from all across the world are also taking funds for the people and who are affected by the racism. And according to me, one of the most reason of this increasing social media is perhaps the pandemics, and not only we are able to connect with our family members and friends, but also with the people who are just unknown to us. But we can share our problems with them, and it will be possible that there should be a solution for that.
Okay, thank you. Next, we would love to hear is Tamanna.
So, ma'am, I believe technology can indeed help us beat racism. Earlier, agencies like United Nations were the only source of spreading awareness about racism. But nowadays, every common person has access to social media, and he or she can easily talk about how she or he has felt racism. What can be a very basic statement for a person can be very traumatizing for the other. And this realization has come through social media. Social media not only provides us a platform on which we can share our point of views and our sufferings, it also has instilled a sense of online compassion in the minds of people and has increased the folks to feel and realize that the simple statement for them can be very traumatizing for a person who has already gone through a lot of racism and trauma. And especially during the time of pandemic when we all are at home online, it is providing a very good platform so that all of us can be enlightened about some of the major issues which we kind of neglect in our busy schedules. With this, I would just like to say that yes, the technology is just a tool. When used in a proper direction, can bring the revolution in the field of racism and discrimination. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamanna. Next, we would love to hear is Ankita.
Yes. So yes, do I agree with the technology and social media are immensely helping in abolishing this all kinds of race like racial discrimination, color racial discrimination. So social media is helping playing a great role in educating the people about racism and its negative consequences to the people so that they would be able to know what are the circumstances, what are the parameters the black or the darker skin tone people have to manage. So my thoughts are that yes, we can take technology and social media as two faces. I do agree with that. But why should we take the negative? We should take the positive wins. Now we can tell them negative consequences also that we should not. Yes, that's I want to say that a law is there in India. In front of law, all are equal, not a basis of color, creed, race, nothing is there. So the why is the discrimination. So by technology and all these things, we can make this also a proper, equal opportunity for all. So my thoughts are this. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tamanna. Okay.
Himanshi.
Okay, go ahead.
So I would like to bring a very, a different but a funny experience or a perspective, saying that when we speak about technology, that not only incorporates social media apps, Twitter, Instagram, but it incorporates artificial intelligence, incorporates robots. Whenever robots or automatic cars helps us, they don't see whether we are black or white or blue or yellow. They just get on and help us. So technology is teaching us to respect everybody and help our generation regardless of what color we are. So something, a positive note on the technology is that it's helping human beings, their creators, learn a good amount of thought that okay, these are the humans. This is not a competition. This is a world we're living in. The robots are here to help, and humans should help each other as well. So that's about it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. Okay. So, anyone who wants to say something? Okay. So then we can just wrap up this discussion, and thank you so much to all the participants and to the lovely audience who have joined us for this discussion. So yes, so I was just looking at the YouTube, like the streaming which is going on, and I can see that people have joined in to support Tamanna. Then we have votes coming up for Tamanna. Then wait, we have for Pooja as well. So people have joined, great. So make sure, to the lovely audience, make sure that before voting, before supporting your favorite participant, make sure you have just subscribed to the channel and then vote, because you all know that the votes of the subscribers will only be valid. Okay, so once again, thank you so much. All of you did a great job, and it was great interacting with all of you. And thank you. Stay happy, stay safe. Bye bye, everyone.